Casual Tuesday, YouTube. Alright, so, doesn't mean we take our training casually, but I'm cold, alright? I'm cold and I'm old. Give me a break. Just gonna get moving a little bit. Oh. I don't know if this breathing is murder on the mic or, you know, just loud. This is not an ASMR channel. Okay? Oh. See, a lot of this stuff I do before I go live, but, you know, fuck it, as they say. Oh boy. A lot of sitting today, a lot of work. See, horse stance is not just about strength. I used to not need a warm-up. Once you get past 30, warm-up is critical. Hello, Zen. How are you? Can you hear me? How are you today? Can you do a karate kick? You came to the right place. I am just getting warmed up, but yes. Yo. Good. Good. Okay, so we've got the, whoops, my giddy. Still get my balance dialed in. My giddy, front kick, front kick. We've got the, it's warming up, Moa shigiri, roundhouse kick, although mine are kind of vertical. I don't go too round. I like to be direct. With Davis, how are you? Hello, do you know ASL? Only a little bit. Jake, hello. Can you do a fan kick? I don't know what a fan kick is. The closest thing I could think of would be like a crescent kick, but those kind of suck and they're really hard on my back, so I'm gonna warm up to crescent kicks. Mikazuki Kitty. I see that you were a black belt. Yes, I have many. It's like a really cool karate kick. It's where you like spin your leg too. Spin the leg? I mean, I know there's like irimawashi where you kind of, here. It's hard to see. Irimawashi is like inside roundhouse where you kind of open up and you strike this way. It's not very powerful. I don't recommend it. Torques the hips, but it is an option. Spin while kicking. Like something like that. That's not a fan kick, that's a spinning side kick. Back kick, right? You're supposed to look, but again, it's hard on my back, so. It's like where you, okay. I see that you toss how to do a question mark kick. Oh yes, I have tossed that. Aiden, hello. Sydney, what's up, Sydney? Do you like karate? Sydney? Because I do karate on this channel. Spinning the leg too. I don't know. It's starting to sound like fouette turns from ballet, which I also know. Question mark kick, yeah, is like you show front, and I like to really show it, right? I like to be like, hello. So I'll kind of like hang for a second, but by the time that the weight is pulling me forward, you got to turn the hips, right? So it's like here, boom. And again, I don't do like the crazy question mark kick, the Riddler question mark, you know. I just get around the hand, right there. The sound effects are important. They're a critical part of teaching. Guess what? What? Lisa says, can I have a shout out? Name, what? How do you put people into a headlock? Chicken butt. Chicken butt. Lots of ways to do a headlock, you know. A lot of like traditional headlocks going to be this way. Bob's bottom heavy. And I know most people like that about him, but, right? So you want to get as deep as you can, right? From here, it's hard, like you can't get it a real choke. This is like a headlock here, right? Now, everyone knows the common, like they can just smash your nuts or like step in front. So you got to make sure your weight is like far away from them. But you're talking about a self-defense headlock, of course. Ain't no way bro pulled that out of thin air. That's kind of the point. I don't love, well, I do love making it, but it's not like honorable. I have many powers, okay? That, like the hook kick, I'm not warmed up, but like the hook kick, I don't throw to the head anymore, because when you do the big, you know, show, everyone knows you're going to go for the head kick because you're being a cocky show-off, right? And I get it, because I'm a cocky show-off. But I like to go to the leg, because all their attention's coming up here, and then I subscribe. Can I have a cookie? You may. I love cookies. What's your favorite cookie? Tell me in chat. I see these hearts. What's going on? Thank you. Oh. Again, warming up. All right. Today's not a max power day. I love elbows so much. If you've seen my content, you understand. See, I want to be able to kick from like here, right? This cocky son of a bitch, Bob, who I know can talk and just refuses to do so, you know, he thinks he's safe from my feet. What a dipshit, okay? What an idiot. This is available. This is available. It's free real estate. Super cookie. Talkative Parrot says, this dude probably does weird stuff with that dummy. I mean, I would say, yeah. And I stream it. I don't do a ton of Bob work in my own like off-camera training, wink, okay? I also don't really overcommit on the, you know, I understand conceptually, but I don't understand physically how people can pick this up and then just drive it from nowhere, you know? That's okay, as long as you try it on me later. Name. Interesting. Truth of optional news says that mannequin acts like my father. Inactive. I'm sorry. I can be your daddy, Truth. It's Andrew Tater, Todd. God damn it. We're off to the races. How fast? 10 minutes. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Okay. Oh, I love you guys. I hate that I look like Andrew Tate. Okay, now I'm going to try and do this backwards. Again, because I love you. Andrew Tate will never love you. He is incapable. Okay? Who do I look like? Oops. And of course, let's see if I can do this. I feel like this is some Toy Story shit. Oh, look at that. Andy Tate. Is on the board, okay? Congratulations. What up, Wyatt? It's a good name. Your boy Moneybags. That's a good name. Your lucky Bob can't swing back. I wish he would. I've been begging him to for years. Jake, I'm nervous to try and pronounce your name. A lot of people try and Bart Simpson me on lives. Van Karen? This is one Zestyle Sensei. You wish. Okay? Confidence isn't about zest. Okay? It's about backing up what you're putting down. Your Mighty Mouse is negative? That is hilarious. I love that. Talkative parrot. At least you don't have this smug aura Andrew Tate has. Yeah, and the funny thing is, it's like weird how the guy that has to scream in your face that he could beat you up actually kind of sucks. Not even kinda. I've said this a million times on stream, but his movement is like developmentally off. You know, like as a professional dancer, as a black belt, blah, blah, blah. Okay, he stands weird. He stands like pitched forward and he like reaches. It's like he doesn't do any fucking technique. It's because he's a lazy piece of shit, you know, and a human trafficker. Clear, whip it. Andy Tate. You look like Vin Diesel. Oh, thank you. God. Thank you. I will take it. During filming, Vin Diesel, he goes a little hard on the bulk in the off season. No, you know, no disrespect. Vinny. Oops. Oh shit. Ah shit. Vinny D. 1. We do a lot of breathes on this channel, okay? Upside down. Dark Legions. You look like the bad guy from Law and Order SVU. That's dope. I don't remember that show well enough. I'll have to check it out. What's Philemon? What's the thing that most people misunderstand about you or your personality? A lot. Well, it's hard because, like, are we talking about live streams? Because people that know me off camera, they see a little wider spectrum of behavior, you know? So, but the biggest thing is like, people think I can't do stuff. Like, people were like, you can't be enormous and gain 100 pounds of muscle. And I was like, go fuck yourself. I'm going to do it. And I did. And I'm not built to be huge, but I got up to like 220 a couple times in my life, you know, so a lot of people underestimate me, which I know tactically is like in my favor and it's good, right? But like the diva, the performer in me wants you to know, you know what I mean? So it's hard. And I'm getting older, so it's like I'm now the old guy that's like, well, I used to bench 315, but I can't anymore, you know, like so I get it. My name is Sydney. Jake is the name of my dog. Please just try. Okay. I'm really making sure it's not some kind of, you know, because a lot of people will hide slurs and things. Okay. And a wooden duck and a wooden doggy. Right? None of that was dirty, right? 28th of March. What's that? You need to work out. You think so? Oops. Oh shit. I need to watch where I'm going. Like now or in general? Because I mean, I do work out. I just don't prioritize being big anymore. And you probably can't hear me. Yep. Yep. I'm going for more of a Bruce Lee vibe nowadays, you know? And it's like, it's just, my body is built for being like this. Jesse says, Jesus Christ of Nazareth died for your sins so you could live with him in heaven. The Nazarene? Surely you jest. Oh Lord, exactly. This guy, holy bald. Hey, don't cuss. That is, I'm someone that's very vulgar. You are actually seeing a highly censored version of my normal, oh shit, my jacket, of my normal speech. Like if cursing like a sailor was normal, I would curse. So I'm like cursing like a sailor squared, you know. But there, you know, I try and keep it together. And really, I'm having a good time when I'm streaming, you know. So for me, it's the way I speak. This Cobra what? Adam says, you look like Will Blunderfield. Look him up. Caroline, God bless you. Thank you. You look like Mike. What? You're really funny. Thank you, Davos. Thank you. Okay, well, I got to add these to the board. See, all these names I got to do backwards. It's, you know, the things I do for you. Will Blunderfield. Hopefully that's not some sort of, well, I don't even care if it was a, you know, a certain kind of actor. Will Blunder. This is taking a lot of my brain power. Okay. What was the other one? Mike something or other? See, I'm worried that's a Bart Simpson. You know? I've had to learn the hard way. Jake, if I subscribe, will you say my last name? It's Van Kuren parent? Is that another language? You look just like him. Andrew Tate, Andrew Fake. Adam says, oops, let me show that. Oh, maybe you removed that comment, Adam. But for every one person that says I should shave, there are like 35 that say, please don't, please don't. So I gotta give the people what they want. Hans Peter. No, no, no. Davos, lifting weights isn't going to make him grow. You can't gain weight from working out. You are what you are. Well, you got to eat. And that's the thing, is like when I was 19, 20, a young man, high testosterone, okay, I could eat 5,000 calories every day and pound fucking 2,000 calorie shakes at 3:30 in the morning because I set an alarm so that I would never not be digesting food. You know, I'm in my late 30s. I can't eat like that anymore. You know, it like I'll get sick. So I can't afford it physically. Amber, we love you. Keep it up. Thank you. You're the best. No, Amber, you are the best. Okay? Fun fact. Amber was the name of my very first girlfriend. Not the nunchucks. How do you do that? How do you do what? You have to name a skill specifically to, you know, I'm a teacher. It's Bruce Lee. If you don't give your life to Christ, you won't inherit the kingdom of God. Oh, man. See, I give my life to karate, to the do. I want to be you. Really, Amber? Really? Why? You don't know. You don't know about. Well, maybe. Do you know about my back injuries? The extreme pain I've had. I've walked with a cane for like a year and a half or something. I mean, do you watch UFC? Robot Chicken Wings. That's a good name. Not really anymore. I used to, but I haven't really kept up with. This light is bugging me. Let's see, how's this? That's no good. I haven't really kept up with any of the modern stuff. So I'm kind of out of date. You know, it's just, I'm kind of doing my own thing. I have so little time. Amber, you're so good. I want to be you, love you. Wow. Thank you. Again, are you sure? Because you sign up for this, all right? You get this, which is pretty nice, you know? Although when it gets really long, it starts to dread. I don't dread it. I just don't love combing my beard 45 times a day. You know what I mean? I don't know if you know. Looks like Andrew Tate. God damn it, G-Man. Fuck. All right. I think we actually had another one earlier. Jesus Christ. Yeah, sorry, I'm going to take the Lord's name in vain, spoiler alert. So, if you don't like that, you know, sorry, not sorry. Oh, I don't like that. Amber Smith, we love you, you're the best, I want to be you, I love your videos. Damn. Damn, well, I appreciate that. I feel like, you know, well, you know, you have your tastes, so I'm going to respect that. You got it. Oh my God, you got it. Oh, my name isn't Jake. Jake's the dog, right. Leave it to be like Chuck Norris. Hans Peter, who are you going to wake up, brother? Well, the neighbor's probably going to bed soon, but I don't worry too much about it. Asmongold Kung Fu version. Oh no, I run a very tight ship. The place is clean. I sweep and mop these tiles every single time. I wash my gi after sweating in it. I iron my gis every time. Okay? I am the real deal. I am him. I said height, not weight. I'm 5'8". I don't know, because the camera is low so that you don't get blinded. And it's like pitched forward. So it kind of like, it's kind of like that a little bit. Play with the chucks. Okay, so a lot of people get... Brianna, hello again. Last time on Dragon Ball Z, I believe you were going up for a soccer game. How was that? Did you win? Did you use your centaur-like legs to blast people out of bounds? Consider it. Cool Tonfas. Thank you, Josh. Got Chucks and talking about his ex. I'm out. Well, that is just too bad. I will mourn. You look like Andrew Tate from Timo. God damn it, Swanky Sasquatch. That's a good name. You know, I kind of wish things were a little different, but I understand. You got to call it like you see it. And he's all over the news, so... Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, you don't even know the half of it, brother. Brother, please. Do you understand? I worry you do not understand. Let me help you. Turtles in a half shell. Christ loves you so much. Thank you, fantastic fanatic. Turtle power. Horrible back pain. Good luck. Thank you. I appreciate that. Outdated joke about Andrew. I said it a month ago. Cowabunga. All right. Let's see some real Psy, okay? And by let's, I mean, let me show you. Okay, so, you know, whatever. Here, you do your rising block and you hook, right, with the hook. Boom, you punch, block, and notice how I flip it out. Okay, here, draw, punch with the tip, which is very much like the little hammers you get to bust yourself out of the car if you, like, you know, drive it off a bridge or something. Don't do that, okay? So you punch, block down here. You do that a couple more times. And yes, I am going back into cat stance. You're right. 1, 2. Here, this cool looking thing, very dramatic. Draw, okay. Smash the side of the head. Double punch, okay. Then you do a bunch of other shit. Blah, 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 blah. You come around here, you over the head, smash down, blam, on the hand, right? This is so, you're like disarming them by breaking the bones in their hand. Bam, and then you come here, boom, around the head. I don't really know why. I think it's because it looks dope, you know. It's kind of a flex. You do this, and technically I'm doing this to the back. Come around here. This move, which is throwing it into the foot of a bad guy. And then you get your black belt, if you were me. New jacket, I see. Not new, but new to the stream. I realize now it's like probably hard to, I kind of disappear a little bit, but you know, I just didn't feel like doing the gi and always pulling up the, you know. You look like a bald Nicolas Cage. Dope. That goes on the list, and that one I understand. Several people in my family look like Nick Cage. Nick Cage. My handwriting is not good, but it's not good in a different way. Cage. Yep, 1. Okay, we have Andrew Tate, 4. 1 Vin Diesel, 1 Will Blunderfield, 1 Nick Cage. Decent spread. You know, when I really get disheartened, it's when it goes into double digits. Okay, Josh, use your time first now. Jake, back pain sucks. Stop picking up... What? Oh. Yeah, those things are heavy. Okay. I appreciate your fanaticism, fanatic, but if you're gonna just do that over and over, you know, we gotta keep things moving. Bald Nicolas Cage, that's a set. Okay, another vote for Nick Cage. I'm always behind on chat. Backflip. I cannot do a backflip anymore. You look like Master Splinter before he turned into a rat. That is such a compliment. You know, I like identify with Master Splinter as like, I feel like an old, kind of ragged rat person. And, you know, that's amazing. So thank you. I'm going to put Master Splinter on here because that has just made the stream for me. Thank you. It starts to drill in chat. Looks like England's what? Hans Peter, but now I thank you. I like you. Something says, please see body. Sure, I'll show you my body. Okay, so, oh, we got another, what was it? I think it was another Andrew Tate. Okay. All right. You want to see the bod? I'll show you the bod. Let's see where the lighting is best. See, I'm so pale, and I have like a forward light on me, so it's going to be washed out. But, you know, got a little of this, a little of this. Yeah, there we go. There's the light. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I'm like skinny from certain angles, and then I kind of beef up. Okay, are we satisfied, chat? I know chat's never satisfied, but discipline is good. Yes. The real deal. Ha 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 ha. Yes, I am. Very good, but brick not hit back. That's true. I've broken boards, and I'm a karate sensei, bunch of black belts. I've broken boards. Beyond like doing it as like an entertainment thing, you know, a lot of like at one tournament, we had this guy set up a bunch of concrete bricks, and he broke the last set with his head, but it took like 4 tries, and you could tell like by try 3 he was like, fuck, like he was kind of like, ugh, but he fucking did it. So, you know, props. LOL, this message is held for review. View message. Silk says, you are catnip to women and men. It's like a 8-to-1 ratio. See, when I was dancing in college, it was the opposite. I think it was like literally 75-to-1 women to men in the dance program. That was a fun time. I really enjoyed college. Put Wasif on the list? what is that? Is that a name? Bro is a ninja. Kinda, but I'm not really stealthy. I'm like, I have the ballet training, you know, like I can do the bourrées, right? The développés, all right, let's see. Let's see. It's like, I don't know what I'm doing yet. Tombe, pas bourrée, glissade, assemblée with a small beat, sort of a half beat. Let's see if I can do there's a way to trick, right? So what you want to show is like 1, 2, your feet crossing. You can do the cheater version. It's not really cheating, it's a different move. It's called the Royale. So I really like it because it's sort of a lie, you know, but basically you cross in front first and then go backwards. So I'm just over exaggerating the jump, and I shouldn't be jumping a lot, so this is the only one I'll do. But to take my feet and cross them very quickly in front, so I only really have to do like 1 1/3. I don't know if you can see this over chat, but Royale looks like this. Brianna, I did not think you remembered me, but I played goalie and blasted people away. Good. Boom! Right, well, you got to go open hand. So you just like, oops. Right? There's a lot of people that come through chat, but, you know, we talked about horse legs, and that really sticks in my mind. Honestly, the what? The bottom G dancer on TikTok looks identical to me. Oh, KP. Good evening. How are you, good sir? It's not bad, you know, it's Tuesday. I really wish it was Friday, but you know, the sun's got to keep rolling around. How are you, KP? We won 1-0. Hell yeah. Does it hurt? Does what hurt? Bro, what about those Ninja Turtles pies? Oh shit, Raphael now. Oh yeah, and who is it? Donatello with the staff? Okay, the staff it's not my preferred weapon, but it's a decent one, and it looks flashy. So there are these moves where it's like, I'll just show you the goods. Well, fuck it. Here, you do this little move, and you re-grab it. Why? I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Here, block. Right? Here. Strike the foot. Sweep it, which actually is like pretty much impossible with a stick like this. I've said that a million times. Stab it. Okay. Pop. Bam. Here. Right. And then you do some stuff to the back, and then you do this really cool stuff to the side. You block this way. Okay. Here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hold, and I pause here, and I really do like the rock, like. You gotta add some. Do you have a favorite turtle? Yeah, I do. And you know, it's crazy because like, I'm essentially Michelangelo, right? Like I am Goku, where it's like, I'm kind of naturally good at stuff. I'm kind of a jokester, you know, like my style is very like playful. Not serious. And that's another thing, when I was a professional dancer, like one of the ways that I generated choreography that people were like, they could not believe. They're like, I never would have thought of that. It's because I didn't take it that seriously, and so I just played around, right? So, but I always overdo it, right? So I don't know which turtle that is, but I always overdo it and hurt myself. So I'm trying to learn that lesson and just embrace being Michelangelo and not worrying about it, you know? I'm thinking Raphael. You would think that with like all of my anger problems, but again, Raphael, it's like he has a lot of my weaknesses where it's like I will take hits to just get in and do damage the way I want to. It's not a good strategy, but it feels dope. Okay, it feels powerful as hell. It works a lot of the time, but it only works for so long, you know. And I don't have a hard shell. I'm getting more Nick Cage. I trust you. I'm going fake. Fake what? Jesus loves you, etc., etc. Let it flow. Do it fast. Can you beat Mike Tyson in a katana fight? I don't know, because it depends. He could have annihilated Jake Paul, but he instead took the money and chose to, look, all respect to Mike, and he's just getting his back, and I totally get it. But he, pull his punches back. It's, visible. Anyway, Mike Tyson would eat me. Can you hook the clavicle? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you totally can. And the good thing is you can just kind of throw this at them and then slide down. And as long as you're pressing in, you're going to get it. Watch, I'll show you on Bob. That's what Bob is for. That is his purpose. Robert, if that is your name. So Bob's wearing a shirt. So his collarbone's pretty weak. So you can absolutely hook here. And I can get this. That's pretty deep. It's deep enough to get some control here. But the problem I have with the size is that you got to hold it in this grip, which doesn't feel good. You have to crank your hand in what we call kakyuke, hooking block, to hold it against your forearm to make it rigid so that when you punch, it doesn't flip out and slide out, right? Or you run into it. So you gotta crank down on it. And so it's in the webbing of my fingers, which really sucks. And then I have this finger guns, position, which looks interesting, but I would almost rather hold on to it tighter, So I don't love, it's not super ergonomic is the word, right? But you can punch this way. I don't love it. I would rather just smash. Right? Right in the throat. Like a fish. We need a colony? Less talk, more sigh. You just look like you. Thank you. I'm getting Napoleon Dynamite vibes. English YouTube martial artist. Got to grow. Bye, Brianna. Oh shit, I didn't know Andrew Tate did karate. Oh, God. Okay. Weapons demonstrations. Start slow, then full speed. Take the sweatshirt off. Okay. Andrew Tate was in karate organization. God damn it. Of course, he's just got to fucking ruin everything. That is actually a compliment. Wasif Ali's twin. Master Splinter was wise. Oh, right. Master Splinter. Duh. Splinter. That's dope. I mean, that's goals. You know what I mean? Bathrobe. Getting Italian food all the time. 4 turtles. Don't flatter him, Napoleon Dynamite. You look like Andrew Bates. Master Splinter the Goat. Andrew Tate sucks at fighting. Yes. Nunchaku show. Okay. The people have spoken. We'll do a little weapons. I'm trying to catch up on chat because I'm bad at that. I am always talking. You look like Bald Moist Critical. Thank you. Don't recommend channel. Yeah? Awesome physique. Thank you, Scout. Can you do a backflip? Not anymore. My back's all fucked up. And now I got scoliosis. I didn't know that for a long time. I don't know. The channel seems great. Thank you, Nick. Thank you. Okay, so this is like the kind of stuff that the Green Power Ranger, Tommy, taught me when I was 10 years old. Okay? There's a lot of like behind the back stuff. You can do like, okay, let's see. Oops, give it to me. I'm trying not to do a ton of overheads because I don't want to smash the light. You can go upside down. You know, I love to do the roll out of this because upside down feels kind of awkward. Get it right back up. The Bruce Lee. This is the most effective strike probably beyond. Oh, you can't hear me. God, Jaden, I'm sorry. Okay, let's see. Is this gonna work? No one cares for your hairy, yeah. Demo now. Johnny Sins, do a backflip. Actually, you look like my cousin. I can't do a backflip anymore. Look at those teeth. Wow. Martial forms for Mr. Kempo, Karate Master. Oh my god. So many comments. Movie critic, psychologist, dancer, bodybuilder, etc. No talk, action. Sink, that's funny. I appreciate that. I had a head of lettuce for dinner. Karate's garbage. That's fine. You look like Andrew today. Look at Andrew. Okay, so this kind of stuff is not legit. It doesn't work because you try and do these little flippy doos and it just bounces off. Like you have to swing like you mean it. So the traditional kata do it this way. Okay, so it looks like this is how we start here. 1, 2, 3 here. This position, not this. Oh my God, look at all these messages held for review. Andrew Tate. Oh. Hi. Okay. That's a lot of the same thing. Hello. One step before. Here, over the head, again here. Strike with the back. Boom. Turn around, do the same thing to the back. 1, very careful of the overhead light. 2, here. 3, down. Cross. This, block. Right, same thing other side. 1 here. And I'm shortening my steps so that I don't go out of frame. 1, 2, 3, down. There's a little jump. Around here, there's a ki. Stab. Stab. Here. All right. I do MMA. Cool, John. What practices are you a hands guy? Are you a kicks person? What are we talking? Karate doesn't work? Aw. Tell that to everyone I've beaten in kickboxing and, Krav Maga. That's what they said too. They were like, cut out the karate shit. That double front kick really worked. I pushed the guy, You look like the white Mighty Mouse. That's actually the second time tonight. That's pretty, that's flattering. Okay. I'm going to do a little bag work because I have been doing a lot of talking and I want to get some actual training in. Tell me if you can hear me, okay? Okay. I kissed Bob the one time. Problem with Bob, I can't like swing him around in the clinch like I want to. Where do I learn the flippy tricks for the nunchucks? Is in person better? I mean, in person is almost always better because someone can that's the problem with YouTube is it can't watch you back, right? So it's like you just do all this crazy stuff. These tricks you can learn on your own. You don't need if you want to learn how to use them. Well, I guess you could learn that at home too. Nunchucks aren't really as difficult as people think. It just looks crazy. So when you don't understand something, it's kind of like the moonwalk. When you don't understand how it works, it looks better than when you know how the trick is, Is that the tango? You got any cool kicks? I got some cool kicks. Usually the question mark kick is the one that everyone likes. I really like a kind of choppy. It's like it's not the thrusting side kick, but it's kind of the snapping, pop. I like to pop people on the hips, kind of force them back. And I didn't really do a ton of the tango. My bag was salsa dancing, right? So I did win a rumba competition in college. We won the competition, and then we got to be part of a showcase where they had. Now that cable TV isn't a thing, you don't really see the little kids, the 9-year-olds that are professionally trained. They've got perfect posture and they do everything perfect. They're like world champions or something. They were there. It was hilarious. They would just they're just kids, and then it's time to dance. They're like, okay. So good. Cool, man. Thank you, Mr. Absurd. Or Ms. or whatever. Eric, I want to do martial arts, but I sweat excessively from my feet. Well, why not? You just got to be cognizant of that, right? Sweat is something that you got to just be comfortable with if you're going to train martial arts. People are going to sweat, especially the more hardcore they go, So I would worry more about your traction, right? Because on mats like this, if it's wet, you'll be slick. So I would just bring a couple washcloths, put them on the side of the mat, with your water or something. And if it gets to the point where you need to, step on them and do one of these, do it. Who gives a shit? Maybe it'll be a little strange, but when you don't slip and eat shit, then it'll be great, right? Don't worry too much. Andrew Tate. Oh, God. Here we go again. Where did the pen go? There it was. Okay, one more. 7 for Andrew Tate. Well, let's see some cool kicks. Okay, Sonny, calm down. So hairy. Oh no, what are you gonna do? Fighting is a moment. This is not for training. Is this the real Andrew Tate? You can put deodorant on your feet. That's an interesting idea. I guess you would want antiperspirant, right? All right, we'll do another one. Wait, you're not Andrew Tate. Okay. Andre Tate. Respect the dance. Thank you, Eric. A lot of people don't, and the people that don't understand. A lot of people are like, wow, you're a dancer? Gay? But tell me exactly what is so gay about, again, a 75-to-1 woman-to-man ratio. And if you're straight, let's just say you guys have no idea. Okay. No, that's Magneto. I wish I was Magneto. Okay. Okay. See, even I'm like kind of slipping on these mats. Whoop. Switch. Throw. Right. Back fist. I don't recommend back fists. I love it. It's dope, but it hurts you a lot. It's Charles. Yeah, I'm more like Charles Xavier for sure. Can you kick the theme song to the Muppet Show? I don't think so. Eric, I saw this guy at the gym in ballet attire. I almost laughed until I realized he was in much better shape than me. Well, yeah, and that's the thing is like you don't understand like most things, you don't understand how difficult something is or what it takes until you've actually done it, right? Because the whole point of ballet is to make it look easy. That's the point, right? So you're like, wow, that was just effortless. They just stick their legs out in the air. Yeah, exactly. But like most people can't do that. So but it's like with anything, you know, like to like old people, it's like, oh, skateboarders, what are they doing? But it's like, actually, it's really fucking hard. So is this fake wannabe Karatat? Do you do any sports? I did like sport competitive sparring at one point in my life. It was fine. Won a bunch of medals, trophies and shit. Okay, I'm a little warmed up. Let's see. Yeah. It's there. See, everyone makes fun of the ballet until I can effortlessly put my toes in Bob's mouth. I do boxing. Nice. What kind of boxing? I like being like here, because then you can really just like throw the shortest hook in the world. Bam. All right, I subbed. Thank you. Oh, I appreciate that. All right, better than me, you win. Well, Kenny, it's not about that. I'm better than you at maybe this. There are many things I'm not good at. So, you know, it's every single thing is a friggin' spectrum. Okay? See, a lot of times I'll do these front kicks. If I want to be lazy but also like funny, you hit the hip bones, right? And you know what? I'll give Chad a little bit of hip. Okay? But you hit them right here. The superior anterior iliac crest for the anatomy people, okay? You hit them in the hip, and anything they're throwing gets knocked back, and a lot of times they just sit down. It's so funny. Police Academy. Troll likely, says Mother. can't. What? But I boxed as a kid and never stopped. I can hit their times and across the floor. Are you Andrew Tate? Oh, fuck. God damn it. We're going to hit double digits tonight. I know it. You know? But I must report it. I mean, on the board, you can call me Andrew Tate as me. Hit you 3 times and send flying. Yeah? What moves are you going to hit me with? Let's see. I'm not feeling super explosive today, so I don't know how fast I'll be. Got to loosen up my shoulders. I missed, but fuck Bob. I will sub. Oh, if you think you could sub me, you must sub to me. What else y'all gonna hit him with? Well, the Psy might be nice. I mean, this is like, if you claim self-defense, I don't believe you. Because this is hard as hell. Like your boy, okay? Can you break the jaw immediately? Orbital, cheekbone, like all of it. Broken. Easy. Bam. See, but everyone thinks it's this stuff, but no, it's just, it's the caveman one. Bam. I just subbed. Thanks for the feedback. Os. I live to serve. Nice jab, but do me a favor, try to follow up with a bow. This is like if you claim self-defense, he doesn't believe you. He's so hard. So hard. Hot. Thank you. Fast, not slow. Use your funny bone to hit the strongest. Oh, Kenny. Brother, you should watch one of my, it's like probably a 3rd or 4th. The elbow is the best technique. Okay. Oh, question mark kick. Meh. Shut up. Okay. If you're in self-defense, do not, unless you're doing a foot sweep, which I highly recommend, don't pick up your knees. People grab shit. That's what we're meant to do. That's people's instinct. So even untrained people will grab a kick if you hit them with it. So sweep the leg, but hit them with the elbow. You know, I like this one. We mentioned the collarbone earlier, and that is a great spot because it takes so little force to break a collarbone, and you can't do much of anything if you have a broken collarbone. All of it broken. The combo dummy is great. He doesn't believe you. I don't believe you. Can you do the Raphael turtle grip? What is that? Is that like that? Right? Because they're like, your arm, fool. The big bone. Oh, Kenny. Guys, don't unless you do a foot sweep. Exactly. Look, I get it. We want to be flashy. I understand it intimately, okay? But that doesn't win you fights. That gets you acting gigs in martial arts movies. Okay? Some people can pull it off, but honest, just sweep the leg. Let the concrete do the punching for you. Okay, make it easy. How? I don't. Oh, it's in a different language. That's funny. Okay, well, I'm just going to skip all past that. Nunchucks. Yes, exactly. Well, and if you've watched any of my early videos, which I don't expect anyone to, but I have, because of my back issues, this side of my body is like less sensitive. Like when I'm shaving, it's like dentist's office back here. So if anyone's numb, it's me. Windward, you can keep spamming that, but they're just not going to show. The big bone, really big. This one or this one? Or are you being cute with me? If you're being cute with me, you have to tell me. Hello, Angela. How are you? That ground hits very hard. Exactly. And the ground hits harder than I could ever. So why not outsource it? You know what I mean? Just whoop. Jillian, you're a handsome lean muscle machine. Thank you. I appreciate that. And honestly, people assume I work hard, and I definitely do. And I've been an obsessive freak about exercise my whole life. And, I've had body dysmorphia, blah, blah, blah. But I've had abs since I was like 5 years old. So a lot of it's genetic. So, like, give me a little credit, definitely. But, like, I don't get all the credit. Teach wax on, wax off. This is actually, okay, see, you've activated my nerd card. Okay, this is actually from kata. Okay, there's always a kata for it. Okay, it's anan, water style. Right? Here. It's rolling and then pressing to return. Okay? You've activated sensei. Okay, wax on, opens. Okay? Or, I mean, you can do all sorts of crazy things. This can be, rolling for better positioning here, right? I like to go underneath this way by kind of pressing and then just leaning into it. Windward says, I'm being cute with you, Daddy. Thank you. Now I don't have to take you to jail. Eric, what do you recommend for martial arts to a 35-year-old with back issues? Well, you're talking to someone a little north of 35 with a long history of back issues. So I would not recommend wrestling or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You might think Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but there's a lot of twisting and torquing, and then you get stacked, right? That's where like people, pick up your legs and like put pressure on your spine. And you can have 50 safe rolls, but then you have one white belt who has an attitude and they decide to muscle through something, or they tear your fucking ACL, right? That happens to a lot of people. So some of those I wouldn't recommend. I would definitely recommend, like, it depends on what you're into, right? Like, and like how traditional you want to go versus how modern. Striking's going to be hard with back issues. You just have to work around it, right? So you might not be able to do max power shots, right? Then just be Nate Diaz and just focus on volume. Pump, 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 light, snappy punches, I can't show that Windward. But you gotta make the art fit you, right? Because you are your body. You are using the same game controller for everything, right? I'm not the best ballet dancer. I'm just good at using the one controller that I play all of my games with, right? So once you can work around your issues, you can't kick over the head. So what? Get really good at sweeps, right? Get a really solid stance so that people can't take you down and slam you on your back, right? Build your weakness into a strength in a different area, right? I mean, you don't have an option. So I think Nick says, I think Bob wants his hair dyed and some eyes painted on. Dude, you know how unsettling Bob is when, like, it's 2 a.m. and I'm going to take a piss and I see just the silhouette of a broad-shouldered man in the fucking other room? No way, So teach me the wax on, wax off. Well, I don't know about this waxing. I've shaved for like when I was going to be a competitive bodybuilder, but that sucks. When you're me, that sucks. Okay? That's why his head is so shiny. Well, that's funny. Matt, hello. Okay, that's funny, Windward. See, I'm not bothered. I'm not Windward. I'm not bothered by anything you're saying. I'm a little flattered, honestly. I just can't show it. You know what I mean? Here we go. Akil is back. Ginger says, hell yeah. You were into subscribe. Oh, water style. Yeah. Rueiriu. It's incredibly difficult to spell. I forget how to spell it, and I sort of speak Japanese. Rueiriu. It's mostly, it's a lot of open hand stuff. There's actually one of my favorite katas. It's bum, 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 bum. You do this move up here, and then 1, 2, and they have their footwork backwards, right? So in the water style, and I'm calling it that, that's not what they call it. They, instead of, stepping like this, they step up underneath. It's a very interesting footwork style. Bugs Bunny was here. Please, 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 says Windward. Can you flex your muscles? Sure, Angela. Here. Let me give you the good lighting. Not to tear I'm into role play. I can tell, Windward. I did Taekwondo when I was 10. Nice. Oh, Norman, there he go. My boy Dojo Dickhead. Very funny. Watch. Okay, look at all the comments. Do some Kyokushin. Okay, hold on. Okay. All right. We do the titty dance. Okay, we get a little arms. Whoop. What I really got is the abs, and some of this is rib, this is serratus. Okay, I just have very strong serratus muscles. Sebastian, you're back. Oh, Nick, I'll show some Kyokushin in a second. Windward aches for a random bald guy on YouTube Live. Sebastian, do you remember? Yes, I have a hard time remembering which details apply to which person a lot of times, but I remember your name. Please take me to jail, of course. Guys, he pisses with big muscular men. You want to get cuffed? I think he does. Angela, I'm flexing my muscles. I'm sorry, I'm behind on chat. Put Bob by the window at night. I've done that before, but I'm worried that people will think that's me and then say like he's watching me, There are a lot of funny entry points, right? Don't clip that. Okay. So Bob doesn't have legs, okay? We don't fault him for that. That's not bad, it's just inconvenient. Okay? So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll reach with the rear hand for oh shit. Get some latissimus. Okay, rear hand here, right? So then you pull your rear foot through and hit their lead leg. You can also, what's honestly a little more effective is if you're like in a mirrored stance, right? So I'm southpaw, he's orthodox. You pull the hand behind you as you shoot your leg forward and take the leg, and they will just, it's so funny. It looks dumb, it's amazing, and then you follow up with the ground shot. You look like Andrew Tate. I can't tell if you've already voted. Come on, bro, let's see some kicks. I'm sorry, Sonny. I'll give you some kicks. Windward. Is Andrew Tate your stunt double? No. It's a lot of comments. Rex, welcome back. Flex for me, daddy. He reminds me of Will Smith. In what way? In this way? Right? I actually think not a slap, but the palm is a good strike. You can brain somebody in the back of the noggin here very easy. Oops. Gotta fix the light. Will you? I can't keep singing that. What's my best move? I don't know. My best move is probably either foot sweeps. No, it's actually the front kick to the face. I can do a very. I'll give you my bad leg. Okay, I can do a very easy, no telegraph from like a very narrow stance kick to the face. So and I'm very annoying with my hands. I'll do this shit right. I'll fuck with them, and then sneak that foot up when they think I'm too close to do it. That's probably my move. You don't look like Andrew Tate. Thank you. Windward, I'm gonna remember you. Gi or no gi? In terms of grappling, I prefer no gi. I wear a gi as a karateka and as a sensei, but oh man, we are tilted. I wear a gi, right, for karate, but I don't want to. And I know you got to train gi to get good at no gi, but I'm not really a grappler. I'm more of a striker. So I just wanted the basics, the core things that were going to get me to safer positions where I can use my techniques, right? So I prefer no gi because it's harder, and so it's like the jacket chokes are dope, and it's like totally there. But like depending on where you live, you can't guarantee that you can get the. So I just rather focus on the stuff I know I can get regardless of what they're wearing, especially when it's like slippery, and then work up from there. I'm not sending Angela to jail. Ritzy, can you say you are enough? I'm so close, thanks. Ritzy, you are enough. Matter of fact, you're more than enough. Okay, you're just the right amount. We don't fault Bob for being a vegetable. You ever hit someone with your chest whiskers? I mean, I've definitely like done aggressive clinch work, and I haven't done a lot of shirtless training in like a kickboxing or Muay Thai sense. But I have pulled people into the chest. Angela, you gooner. PN, I challenge you to a BJJ match. You will likely win. I know a few things, but I'm not big on like arm bars. I don't do any leg lock shit. I figure if I'm not willing to let someone try it on me, I'm not gonna try it. Bro voted for Kanye West. Thanks for the advice. I need advice for self-defense. WTF is he doing? Absolutely, 100% agree. Preferences, obviously, but agreed. We don't get racial chat, okay? I hate that very, very much. I'd be mad as hell if I had to floss my teeth with your chest hair. Well, then I won't make you do it. But only because you said that. Epstein or Trump? Neither. Sorry, I gotta curate things a little bit. He went to church. I haven't been to church in a while. PN, Peen challenges you to a BJJ match. Oh, I see what you did there. Swanky says, well, Sasquatch shaves his gun? Wow. I'm a guard puller. I won't win a street fight. Yeah, I don't know if going pelvic floor first towards your mugger is the first thing that I would recommend. Argentina. Hello. But I can beat someone in a very limited rule set. Yeah, and that's the thing is like people like, oh, boxing's bad. Boxing is dueling. All combat sports are duels between two practitioners of like specific styles, right? It's like, oh, I would be good. It would just because it would work in a street fight doesn't mean it is made for street fighting. It just succeeded in, pisses me off. You have very functional strength. Thank you. Yes. Windward. You're getting a little much. PN, I want you to impregnate my wife if I die. Well, I don't want you to die. So don't even worry about it. Okay. Hey, Pure Technique. Oh, how are you doing, my friend? It's good to see you. You've missed another number of trolls. Frank, what's up? Sweaty tacos. Would you rather go get $5 or go back in time and prevent 9/11? What currency? If you try to go back in time and stop 9/11, best case scenario, you get arrested and you go to Guantanamo. Because well, no one would believe you, and then it would happen, and then it'd be like, your ass is grass. How long are you going to stay on for? A little bit longer, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Nicolas Cage's twin. Here we go. Honestly, anything that's going to dilute the Andrew Tate count is welcome. Okay, Nick Cage for a double. Oh, I should do the count for people that are new. Okay. We have thank you, Bob. 11, Andrew Tate. 1, Vin Diesel. 1, Will Blunderfield. I got to read it backwards. 2, Nick Cage. 1, Master Splinter. Oh, I like that. And this guy, apparently I need to look up on YouTube. Wasif Ali. Hear me out. Boxing karate is better for the little guy versus BJJ. Well, and here's the other thing too is like strength is relative. So like even if someone hasn't trained a lot, a bigger person is on average going to have a better grip strength than you. Bigger hands, right? Bigger levers. So it's like, yes, it can work. But again, it's like it can be successful in spite of the weight difference, not because, oh, being smaller is actually good. Weight classes exist for a reason. Good. Good, Pure Technique, I'm glad. You like Andrew Tate? No, I don't. You could be a stunt double for a stunt double? Ooh, I like that. Add Ted Bundy on there. But you've already voted, Peen. Sorry, PN. John Travolta. I mean, the dancing, like, I love the scene in Saturday Night Fever where, he's doing this stuff. Apparently, they almost didn't leave it in the movie. Pure Technique. I wanted to say I took a break from training for a bit, but you got me inspired to start working out. Even trying to get a local martial art program started. Hell yeah, brother. I love to hear that. I'm honored. Thank you. I mean, I'm always going to encourage you, So, but especially to try and be that community part of it, that's huge, you know? And it takes, not everyone wants to be the person that starts it or manages it, but a lot of people want to be a part of it, you know? So sometimes if you don't have it, you got to make it, you know? Os, Pure Technique. Thank you for telling me that. What time is it there? I'm in the Pacific time zone, so it's just after 9. What time is it where you are? Didn't see Gilbert Godfrey on the list, but I believe you already voted. Okay, don't lie to me. He looks like Nick. You look like the sparring dummy behind you, Andrew Tate. I test my grip strength every night. Good. I haven't tested mine in a while. I don't know what it'll be. Fuck it. Fuck it. We ball. Okay? We ball. Give me a moment. I gotta find the. Is my ass on camera? You have to tell me. If you're a cop, you have to tell me. Where? Oh, here it is. Hell yeah. Weight classes exist, but I'm saying if you're a small person, boxing is better for street. Well, yeah, and it's like you can't, everyone has the same brain. And like brain damage, you don't actually need a ton of power to knock somebody out. And especially if they're big, the longer you have to fall, the worse it gets. Dude, bro, laugh all you want, but this guy would easily kick my ass. Even my tried and true method of locking my ankles together, leaning back and kissing them on the neck wouldn't even work. Are you sure? I mean, I would say if you want to make sure of something, you need to test it. Not once, not twice, maybe 3 times. Okay? 3 times a lady. I think John who? I did karate since I was 15 and BJJ since 20. BJJ is good, but I'm tall and lanky, so I don't have the body style. But you do have the reach. So like I don't have a huge wingspan. So there's certain things where like I just don't have enough arm to like Bob has a thick ass neck and shoulder, so it's really hard for me to get around him. You know, so and honestly, the muscle's one thing, but if you get that rock climber grip strength and you just become like frozen, those long ass bones is what's going to choke people, right? You don't need the muscles. Who's the Italian kid that rocks the BJJ scene right now? He eats like 7,000 calories a night or something. 11:10. 2 hours ahead. What does you do? Well, on this channel, I do karate and other martial arts. I work in software. Okay, let's see. 150.4 pounds. So not bad. It's one of my higher scores, but not my best. So there's the proof, chat. Okay. Fuck it, we balled. I like that. Tested on camera. How old are you? I'm in my late 30s. Now it's 11:11. Make a wish. What did you wish for? I'm 2 minutes behind. 11:12. Oh, you're funny. You got my vote. Thoughts on Tai Chi? Someone just recently introduced me to a guy that does combat Tai Chi, quote unquote. And it's a lot of interesting. I mean, I talked about foot sweeps earlier, and I believe in them wholeheartedly. He does them very aggressively. So it's not this slow, but he like pops these things. So he'll like pop people and knock them off balance. It's very interesting. It's Marin Spivak, I think. MarinSpivack, I think. One of my regulars, Kwangji, recommended it to me. And it's pretty interesting stuff. He's just standing there menacingly. Tai Chi's like yoga. You're gonna get fucked up. Well, here's the one thing I will say about Tai Chi. I tried doing like a little video online, and you like do these these steps, right? But like your weight is on one leg for a long time. And moving slow is difficult. Like I was struggling to keep up. And I got a good physique, as you guys are saying. So, what do you do in your free time? Oh, Alexander says, I hate you, you little bitch. Oh. Oh no! What am I gonna do with all of this lean muscle mass? I'm a little bitch. The moment you assume is the moment something goes wrong. Combat Journeys. Hey there, what's up there, man? Nice to meet you. I have a martial arts channel as well. Well, Combat Journeys. Tell you what, I'll check out your channel after the stream. Okay? What kind of martial arts do you do? My core style is Goju-ryu Karate, Okinawan, old school. I do some Ishin-ryu, Shito-ryu, technically Shotokan. I don't like it. But I've trained I've trained kickboxing. I've done some grappling. I've done capoeira. The Jinga. Da-da-da-na, da-na-na-na. Okay, Combat Journeys. Because I'm here to learn too, baby. World Edits says hi. Hello. Mia, os. Don't cry. Alexander is a sad little boy. Brian says, be nice, Alex. Be nice. If you are not nice, you get the turtle treatment. You look like an Eggman. Thank you, Chris. That is hilarious. Sticks. I think I can take you in a street fight. What makes you think that? Okay, so let's say we're in the street, right? And let's say I don't have my side because I don't carry them around, right? I can't imagine they're legal. Okay, so you get in my face, what? You say something about my mother, you can beat me in a street fight. Oh my God. And then my foot is already up your fucking nostrils. Okay? I can flick this from any angle. Okay? Someone asked for Kyokushin earlier and I didn't do it. But you want to see my Oh no, please, I'm a little bitch. Don't. Do you understand? I don't think you understand yet, but you will. You will understand. In due time. Angela says you are not a bitch. Thank you. I didn't think so, but I appreciate the confirmation. I know I'm biased. Your live is very entertaining. Thank you, Juggle. I worry that it's not entertaining. So this is good. I like this. Here, you know what? I'm gonna do something a little. Hey, it's Andrew Taint. Thank you, Doctor. I will put it on the board. Under duress. You see how many people beat you to the punch? Because it's 11. You are number 12, my friend. Or frenemy. You know. I'm not into labels, you know. A simple jab cross leg kick will beat the best kung fu. A lot of times. Mouth says, I'm sure you've heard this before, but your face offends me. What about my face triggers that deep kind of visceral reaction in you, I wonder? Who hurt you? Wasn't me. I wouldn't hurt you. Absurd says, is it normal to be hungry all the time when you're exercising more? Yeah, it totally is. I mean, if you're burning a bunch of calories, you're going to trigger that drive. But also, if you're doing any kind of muscle building, a lot of that work happens later, right? So, like, you digest the protein, you lose like 30% of that just processing it, just burning it off, So, it's expected, but don't fall into the trap. I mean, you do whatever you want. But if you're watching your weight at all, don't get into the trap of overestimating the number of calories that you're actually burning. I mean, doing stuff like kickboxing, in Krav Maga classes, I was burning like 900 calories an hour, and I have a fast metabolism. So, it's possible, but most of the time you're not going to it's hard to out exercise a heavy caloric diet. What about Muay Thai? Ever done that? Yeah, a little bit. I've done some like private lessons, you know. Ooh-wee. I actually did so many fucking roundhouse kicks that I had to take like months off because all of the pivoting just up on the and I'm a dancer, right? So I already have a bunch of wear and tear, but all of the pivoting and coming up on the ball of the foot was shredding my knees. So I had to take a different approach. When you order Andrew Tate on Temu, god damn you. God damn you. You say I look like Andrew Tate. God fucking damn it. Combat Journeys, I appreciate it, man. I've been training since 2018. I have a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, hell yeah, and train Muay Thai and MMA. I've had 3 kickboxing amateur fights, hell yeah. What's your secret weapon? Like mine is definitely, well, I'm fast, but I have like very high kicking, like no telegraph. What's your like signature? Got him. Single leg takedown, baby. Yeah. PN, shut up, comment. Oh, it's fine. Tim says, so counterfeit. Juggle's a lover, not a fighter. You can be both. Ankh says 6'7". Did we ask for your resume? Ooh. Get a room, you two. Alexandra, hello. Someone said to get it. Now, Kith. I don't know, I just find it offensive. Someone needs to cancel your face. I mean, I don't know how you would. Right? Again, Andrew Tate exists, and he's not canceled. So how the fuck could you cancel me? Juggle, you single asking for a friend? Oh. Bob and I have a strictly platonic relationship. So don't be threatened, okay? It's very abusive, if anything. Brian, you remind me of someone else, but I don't know who that is. Well, think on it long and hard. Bam. Konsitsugiri. Absurd. Okay, yeah, I'm having a hard time knowing how much to eat. Well, and it sucks, but if you just spend like a week looking at the labels of things and like, you don't have to weigh your food. Fuck that. What you do is you estimate the number of servings you're having and then estimate the calories. Track it over a week, divide it by 7, and find the average. Because a lot of times, especially on like boxed things, they add butter, oil, sugar. There's sugar in hamburger patties. They don't tell you that. So they sneak it in, and it's a lot of times it's not people's fault because it's made to be concentrated and to be hidden. Thank you, makes sense. You're welcome. Who said to get a room? PN says they're single. YouTube live snitch. Do you believe in life after death? I don't know about that. I think a lot of times it's hard to separate what is the human existential desire to stave off the idea of death and no, I'll live forever, so I don't have to worry about it, I worry that it's a kind of denial. But I know that I don't understand much of anything. particularly when it comes to the fundamental forces of nature. So, energy cannot be created or destroyed, right? It just moves. So, something like that. This is a meteor hammer. In the Japanese martial arts, it's called the suruchin. I got a tangle. Normally, when you tie, oh, there we go. When you tie it that way, you can cast it out without a problem. I got a dare for you. What do you dare me to do? Timu Andrew Cobra Tate. Dr. James says, would you rather me say White Montel Williams? Because Taint looks like a cross between Montel and Anton LaVey. Interesting. Early in the channel, I did, before I was fully focused on martial arts, I did a video like kind of going through Satanism, kind of breaking it down. And I do look a little bit like Anton LaVey. I did mention that. Jeff Bezos, y'all. Sean says, what sport do you like? Obviously, combat sports. I like basically all the stuff that I've been involved in. So any kind of combat sport, I'll watch the Olympics a lot of times, but like mostly for the gymnastics. I did the rings in college for a little bit. I got like an Iron Cross, and then I was working on the Maltese, right? So the Iron Cross is like this, but Maltese is where you're horizontal and you're holding yourself up essentially with your fucking biceps. Very hard. I never got it, but yo, aura. I feel the aura coming off of him. Thank you, Earth. You look like Jeff Bezos. OMG, daddy. Combat journeys. It's interesting that some people have a problem with me talking to you about martial arts. Some people are trolls. Some people are just here for entertainment. A lot of people are here for this, which I don't, I get it. But, and then maybe sometimes people are like, well, they might think you're like promoting your channel or something. But I check anyone that says they're a martial artist. Like, I'll do a channel check and see if they have anything uploaded, Only I do. The mad partial artist, formerly known as. That's funny. Brian, you remind me of an actor. Oh, which one? He doesn't look like Bezos at all. Get a grip. PN, you ain't the toughest guy here. Oh, yeah, combat journeys. If I had to pick, it's the way I use my feints. I live in Tennessee, where you live. I'm in the Pacific time zone. Pure technique. Oh, we're ever going to play some Marvel Rivals, broski? Oh, man, I would love to. Okay, Rogue Main. You probably know that. You remember that? But right now, I'm playing Crimson Desert, and I don't have the hard drive space for Rivals and Crimson Desert. So I'm running around, and I'm going unarmed, right? I'm doing I think one of the first moves is like a shoulder check, which I would never recommend, but, it's a video game. They got suplexes. Earth, hop on Fort. I've never played Fortnite. Juggle Immortal Gang. D'Angelo Jones says Egghead. You're probably the third person tonight to say Egghead. Earth. Oh, send it over. I need to goon with that. PN. I live in Korea. Nice. That's cool. I hear you guys get the actual news about what's going on over here, not the stuff they tell us. Albin says hi. Hello. Juggle says, I'm free on Thursday if you want to grab some Taco Bell or something. What is your... Oh, yeah, Marty, I can't show that. What is your preferred loadout, I'll call it, for Taco Bell? I'm partial to the Gordita Crunch. The beefy 5 layer. Okay, the nacho fries, really nice. Mexican pizza's all right, but they rarely have it. They always run out. Albin says, "Should we get married? You and I together?" Pop, pop, darling of Albin. Yes, you and I together. Yes. I'll consider it. Um, I don't know if it's the first marriage proposal I've gotten on stream, but it's maybe the second, if not the first. Darth Zane. Hell yeah, dude holding an umbilical cord to fight. Okay, you know what, Darth Zane? All right, if you're gonna be like that, let's go. Okay. Oh, it's orange. Shit. 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 Hold on. Oh, I gotta go back around. Hold on. There we are. Dr. James. It's rumored that Taylor Swift is a clone or descendant of of whose daughter? And I've seen videos that Taint is a clone or descendant of Anton. Anton LaVey doesn't really have like any kind of crazy genetics that I think would be like valuable. He's just some dude who was, look, spoiler alert. Um, Anton LaVey was a dude that just hated the church and wanted to do a big middle finger to Christians. And so he said, "Oh, I worship Satan." You know why? Because Christians really freak out when you say you worship Satan. So he goes, "Ha ha ha." God damn it. See, it's the work of Satan. He's. Can I mute you? So it's mostly to troll. There are real Satanists that do like practice black magic, but they're very rare. Most of the people that are Satanists, quote unquote, just believe in like nothing, essentially. But here's the thing, if you practice Satanism, you get certain rights that are religiously protected, right? Uh, the right to the right to choose, let's say. Reverse spin kick a dartboard. Can you planche? No, not really. I mean, planche is because my feet are so big and I got big calves. I feel like the leverage is kind of bad. I can do like an elbow lever, but the planche is like I also don't have this flexibility. Like this is the best I can do. So it really sucks being a karateka having to do like palms because I just don't have the extension. Flexion I got for days, but it's so hard. It's an excuse. Planche is also super fucking hard. Combat journeys. I've also tried different martial arts, sumo stick fighting. I have Tai Chi video coming out. Cool. I'll check it out. I've been on a little Tai Chi deep dive lately, thanks to Kwangji. So Tai Chi is so stupid. Well, consider this, PN. Hi, Brian. Consider this, Brian. Not, or sorry, PN. Not everyone needs to or wants to train to fight. And that's okay, right? Like, just because we love it doesn't mean that they have to love it. There are other reasons to do martial arts, right? I'm I practice kata. I've won many trophies, medals in kata. Kata can be a lot of things. It's not just doing little moves, right? It can be a moving meditation, right? Where you get really into your body and instead of sitting there and doing nothing, you feel yourself move through space, right? There's a lot of purposes for these things. The cultural aspects, some people are really into it. So it's it's stupid if you train like this and you expect to beat the shit out of somebody that's like much better or stronger than you, then yeah, that's stupid. But that goes with anything. You can box and be a shitty boxer, right? Just because you do boxing doesn't immediately you're really good. No, you can box shitty, right? So the style isn't important. It's how it is applied that is important. Frankie says, I too am a third-degree yellow belt. Well, I don't really love doing the stripes, but I understand for some people it's necessary to keep them interested. You know, you got to give them a little bit of a carrot. I get it. It's a business after all. Brian, I subscribe. Oh, PN doesn't believe you're a purple belt. But here's the thing about the internet, it doesn't really matter, right? I can say anything. I say I was a professional dancer. That's true. But it could not be. You know, all the people that come into the chat saying, "Oh, you do karate. What if I had a gun?" They could be lying about having a gun. It's look, I don't need to lecture you on how the internet allows you to lie anonymously, okay? Pure Technique, that desert game looks great. I'm gonna have to check it out. It's it takes a while to ramp up. So if you're a person that plays hundreds of hours of certain games, I think it'd be really great. If you're more into like the fast-paced stuff, I don't know that I'd recommend it. PN says I lied to him like my ex did, or his ex did. I'm sorry that your ex lied. If I had known that, I wouldn't have subjected you to any additional lies. Great looking game. Watched a few people play it. It's super fun, especially for they really did unarmed really nicely. You have a button dedicated to like, you know, kind of regular attacks, and then everything else is kind of special, right? You get like power buffs, but you get like some of these, you know, moves and like some like very martial arts looking things. There's like a palm this way. It's awesome. But then you also have like suplexes and like this move that I don't even know what you call it, but it's where you like grab the head and and fall down. Oh, I cracked my back. Fall down that way. How far from Tennessee do you live? Pretty far. Combat. Definitely could get a training session going on. I mean, here's my ideal situation, right? The channel takes off. I start doing more classes. And then what I'd love to do is travel and do workshops. So, and back when I was dancing professionally, we always did an exchange. So we would go somewhere, we would do a performance, do a bunch of master classes, and then we would invite people from that place, from India, Brazil, Mexico, like all these places, to come perform here and do master classes. Baja Blast, hell yeah. I go for that zero sugar. Darth saying, the multicolor schlong of destruction. Let's go. Into the Jedi. Break board. Break. I can't do a Yoda voice. PN is willing to fly from Korea to challenge combat journeys in Tennessee. Face me like a man. Look, I have no problem saying this. I've gotten my ass kicked by women before. Okay, now granted, they were black belts and they were very tall, but it's everyone focuses on the muscle. You hit people with your bones. Guess who has bones? Women have bones too. I know, crazy, but believe it or not. Jose, we're so well groomed. Juggle, didn't know Tai Chi was so controversial. People want to it's just people wanting to be part of a team, right? I'm part of Team Blank. That means I have support. I'm like in a gang, right? It's just the tribal human thing, you know? Daniel says happy Tuesday. Oh, Just Slam says you can't fight. How do you know? Just Slam. Because I wasn't doing it for the however many seconds you've been here, or you know. You don't know. Just how I don't know if you're packing heat to combat my karate, if you will, little play on words. You don't know what I can do, right? You don't know what I'm packing. See, I could just be standing here and then you're already kicked in the face, brother. So please, useless martial arts. Oh no. Oh, now that you found out. Oh, fuck. Dude, I do karate on YouTube Live. You think I'm gonna what? Be embarrassed or what? What are you talking about? My name is Finlay, and I love to fight. Eric says he wants a lightsaber so bad, and he's not a Star Wars fan. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, dude. Cutting through anything. Obviously, you're robbing banks at that point, right? Like, let's just cut to the real. Can you please teach me the wax on, wax off? Wax on, wax off is just. But watch what I'm doing, okay? It's not this. Because as muscular as your sensei is, okay, it's not about this. It's not about my beautiful, rounded, Death Star delt shoulders, okay? It's about the back, right? So by waxing off, I am pushing using everything in me here. And to wax on, everything comes in. This drives forward. Here. I have a video where I do kata tensho. We do these sort of movements. Check it out. I have much better lighting. You can see my muscles a lot better. I know kata, my karate brother. I love it too. But it's like shadowboxing. Yeah, well, best case scenario, done correctly, it's like shadowboxing. Now, what I use kata for a lot of times is practicing just like single technique, like body mechanics. You know, that's when I really get into those sorts of details. But I don't use kata to improve fighting. I use fighting and heavy bag work, right? But PN, you understand that. And yeah, best case scenario, it's like shadow boxing. But 90% of the people that say it's like shadow boxing, that is not how they're doing it. Do a dance. Okay. Thomas smokes crack and some other stuff. He eats jujitsu for brekkie. I was accepted by mother to get black belt 2 years into karate. That one guy says, I'm sorry, I'm new here. What are we talking about? So many things. Martial arts, people calling me a bitch. Here, we'll do a little recap. If you're new, since the beginning of stream, we've had 13 votes for Andrew Tate, 1 for Vin Diesel, 1 for Will Blunderfield. I got to look at it every time. 2 for Nick Cage, 1 for Wasif Ali, and 1 for Master Splinter of the Ninja Turtles. Eric, I think I might take dance classes first and then martial arts. That's dope. I don't know what kind of dance you're interested in, but if I could offer you any advice as a professional, modern dance is going to have the most movement carryover, right? So, look, there's modern dance where it's like a lot of like, and just like weird stuff. But a lot of modern dance is competency on the floor, right? So like modern dance is like sliding here, rolling, being like comfortable being on the ground and getting up from the ground very easily, right? So those skills will not only help your martial arts, but like as you get older, right? My back went out. I had to walk with a cane. Those skills came in handy when instead of bending over, I could, turn, lunge here, all these things, right? And it's really good for you. Do a little twist. Oh. I missed the big one on the mic, sorry. But yeah, all of my agility comes from dance training. Double fist. Bro thinks he's wrong, Kung Fu Panda. That's funny. Chris says, it seems you would like Tekken 8. It's like fantasy karate. I might. I haven't played Tekken in a long time. Brian, when I was 10 or 11 years old, I liked to pretend that I was doing karate and then pretend to be in a fight. Yeah, you and every other 10-year-old that I've ever met, especially men, or I guess they're boys at that point, but you know, oh yeah, you do like this. And there is, you know, if you want to learn as an adult, you can make it actually so you do look legit with some of these techniques, right? This isn't anything. This is definitely a technique, just like the hammer fist is a technique, right? So it's in there. And, you know, if you learn to do it efficiently, you can sneak some of these moves in. Bob, please. You can sneak some of these moves in in like a very short amount of space. And that's what I'll give Wing Chun a lot of credit for, is like a lot of unconventional striking angles from very close. I need to take a Wing Chun class. What kind of dancing? I was mostly a modern contemporary dancer, also Latin ballroom, salsa, rumba, cha-cha. I don't really like the cha-cha, but I can teach it. No Life, Roblox says, you looking jacked, how much you bench? I haven't benched in a long time. What I do, well, besides karate, is I'll get on the rings and I'll do pause dips for like 15 seconds. And then I'll go up and I'll do like 2 of those, right? So I'm training for like maximum efficiency strength, not like, I think when I was big Kyle, which, you know, that's my name, I was like 220 pounds. I had like 17 and a half inch arms. You know, I was yoked. So when I look at myself, I'm like, oh, it's kind of small. But I realize most people aren't, you know. So thank you. I appreciate that. Mr. Boston says, I challenge you to Kung Fu. Okay. Karate comes from Kung Fu. I don't fight, I just win. Yeah, you just see red. Salsa, Eric, you got it. Eric, listen. You got to do salsa, okay? Especially if you're a male, traditionally you will be put in the lead role. It's so much easier. Being the follow, where you got to like read the spins and then get back on step, it's so much harder to react, right? Because as the lead, you get to plan, right? It's like we're dancing, you know, and I can choose to U-turn now, right? And then I just watch it happen. I go, oh, look at that, look at her go, right? So much easier, and it's very rare for men to be in. Well, I mean, salsa, it's a little less rare, but there's fewer of us, so there's more follows to go around. If you feel me. Who farted? DM if whoever smelled it dealt it, right? Chris, if I'm serious, my cal is low. So to take downs and palms. Nice. Combat says, PN, feel free to do that. Maximum says, Andrew Tate. Oh my God, I love streaming, but the number of Andrew Tate mentions are they're just so much. Okay. 14. Let me restate, says PN. I will only fight combat journeys to a 3-minute BJJ match. BJJ rules only. Smart. Fight him on the home turf. Lord Alcatraz said something, but then pulled it back. Eric, I'm more scared of knives than guns. Oh, me too. You look like beta version of Andrew Tate. Well, God damn it. All right. Fuck. Okay, Andrew Tate. This is actually a stream record. We've never had 15 Andrew Tate mentions in one stream. So, you know, I just thank you so much for that. I'm not going to cry about that later at all. That's not how Mr. Miyagi did it. Dude, chill. The ladies are watching. I should be the only hot man here. So I'm really behind, I think, on chat. Angela, say what? Hello, sunshine. I thought you were Andrew Tate. Yeah, a lot of people do. I'll do Tai Chi rules. Fuck it, says PN. I can beat you with your Tai Chi rules. What if they don't have any rules? Like soy version of Andrew Tate. You can get more soy than Andrew Tate? The dude sucks on a huge brown cylinder all day. What is more soy than that? And screams about being a man. I'm a man, damn it. Timu Andrew Tate, god damn it. Like Andrew Tate if he'd never been laid. Brother, again, I was a dancer. What? Well, you just don't understand. And you never will, and that's fine. But like, if you think I'm missing out on action because I did ballet, you are dead wrong. Okay, so one more for Andrew Tate. We'll do 16. Really encroaching on Vin Diesel over there. I want his beard. Well, Maximus, it came at the price. I mean, that's the price I got the good beard and the body hair and the testosterone, which keeps me very lean, but I am going bald. So, you know. All right. Pulling up a seat. Get out of here. I vote Tate. What's your weight class, Combat Journey? Lord Alcatraz, like Andrew Tate if he never made any real money. Yeah, well, that part's true. What's your take on dinosaurs? I'm a big fan of dinosaurs. Reptiles, I love. I love snakes, lizards, geckos. Okay, birds are reptiles. All right, and I love birds. Nicholas, I won't do that. Try to Bart Simpson me. I vote for none of them. Well, thank you, UK woman. Thank you. I like to believe I am a unique individual, but... Combat Journey says heavyweight, ultra heavyweight, depending on the organization, I weigh 280. All right. Fisher, os. Hello. Chris, do you think based on their shown skills you could beat one of the Ninja Turtles? I'm pretty sure the Ninja Turtles have resisted gunfire. So I think I'm probably fucked. And like I'm like lean and I've got some muscle on me, but they are like, again, they're reptiles. Reptiles are like all muscle. You don't see like fat lizards. Well, I'd love to see a fat little lizard, but you know. 280, can you cut weight to welterweight? Where'd you learn modern dance? In college. So, funny story, I was trying to go back to my dorm, and my dorm mate had a breakup, and so he locked me out in a fit of, I don't know, rage or grief. So I just like wandered around campus, and I went to the rec room, like the multi-purpose room, the main thing on campus, and there was a salsa dance class going on. So I was like, all right, fuck it. I got nothing better to do. Tried it out. I was like a 220-pound bodybuilder. I moved like a gorilla, you know, but I picked it up. It's not that hard. And they were like, oh, we don't have enough guys here. Oh, so all these women are like telling me, come back, you know, so obviously I come back, you're right. So that's how it started. And then I was like, well, I look like a 220-pound muscle-bound gorilla. I would like to look better lines. Like I was unable to straighten my limbs. So I took a ballet class, and then ballet was really helping. They were like, you look like a bull in a china shop. And I was like, fuck you. I'm learning ballet. Okay. So we do the ballet. Then I'm like, well, ballet, I'm super stiff, right? Everything's up here. And it's like, I'm so stiff. And everything's like, and it looks graceful up here, but here it's like. So I was like, modern dance, I need to like loosen up my spine and get the movement skills I was talking about. So at that point, I was like, fuck it. I'm switching majors. I'm just going to do this, and I'm going to be a dancer. Miguel says, I don't know what happened to you, Andrew Tate. You sound good. Combat Journey says, no, you gain weight. Andy Tate, exactly. Andrew, you're reading my comment. KP Nation says, the difference between you and Andrew Tate is nowadays you can fight. Seeing Andrew gas after one round was funny. Yeah. And again, it's like when, well, I mean, a lot of people understand, but it's like, when are people going to learn? If you got to tell people you're the king over and over and over, it's probably because you are not the king, right? The king does not have to tell people. PN, well, I'm natty, so I'm sorry I'm not on TRT. I know your regional league kickboxing circuits don't drug test. Andrew Tate, God damn it. Oh my God. If we crack 20, chat, if we crack 20 on Andrew Tate, I'm going to fucking scream, okay? 17. For Andrew Tate. I am not happy about this. Okay, I am pretty uncomfortable. Brian, you're not a bitch, you're a cool guy. Thank you. I'm super behind on chat again, huh? Don't be scared. Cut weight, everyone does. I would love for them to implement some kind of hydration testing, because cutting weight is horse shit. You cut 25 pounds of water, you just get it back, so everyone's lying and everyone knows it's lying, so it's like, why pretend, right? Let's just be honest. Who gives a shit? Hairy shoulders. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You can't really see because it's kind of thin, but it's there. Okay. This is a mosquito protection net. Dirty Johnny. Normally I don't like a Bart Simpson, but this is a good one. This is a funny one. I like that. I would shout that out, but I don't want to get flagged. Albin says, should we get married? Oh, the same. Well, first thing, I need novelty in our marriage. So if you're going to be copy pasting stuff, it's got to be really good stuff, right? And that's fine, but you gotta amp it up. NFL's laughing. Combat Journeys, LOL never said I was professional. No, I'm not cutting weight. I'm natural. But you're just a troll anyways. Broke Tate. Andrew ain't. That is funny. Hello, Tony Tyshawn. Horse. Welcome to stream. That's 18. God. I feel like I lose a minute off of my life every time I'm called Andrew Tate. I'm not a troll. I trained karate since I was 15. I'm a 2-stripe blue belt. PN, you must be a fluffy 280. I mean, even so, man. Dude, there's that one heavyweight that does like tornado kicks and shit. Prehistoric dinosaur Lamborghini. Why are you shirtless? Oh, they asked for it earlier. Estrogen Tate? That's funny. Don't ask why he's shirtless. He's good looking. Thank you, Angela. See, that's why. Because I'm being flattered constantly. You shower me with attention and I give you things you want. Would you beat Chuck Norris in his prime? I don't think so. I think I could show him a good sparring match. I think he'd ultimately beat me. He did a lot more like competition than I did. I competed for a couple of years, but look. I know how this is going to sound, but honestly, I just kept winning gold medals, and it was like, I don't love medals or trophies, and so it's like I proved my point I proved my point so many times, It's like And then half the time, no one gives a shit about any of this anyway, right? So I flash all the gold, I flash everything, and people go, well, I'm a street fighter, so I would just pull an Uzi out. Well, okay, great, then I guess you win. I guess you win, all right? Durin says, I'm the scariest thing to a black belt. A spazzy white belch. Great value, Andrew Tate. We have Andrew Tate at home. He is hot. I love your video. I subscribe to you. Thank you. I'm in athletics. It's about to be 12 a.m. Gotta watch your sleep. Sleep is a more powerful performance enhancer than steroids. If you're not sleeping, you are leaving steroid level recovery on the table. Just saying. You're a boxer? I am many things. Pull, right? Roll, hook, slip, hook, cross, hook, roll, hook, cross, slip, cross, hook, cross, roll, cross, hook, cross, back. 1, 2, hook, slip, a hook, cross, hook, and a roll, and a hook, cross, slip. I've boxed. Thirsty ass woman. You know, honestly, I get so many thirsty ass men, it's kind of nice for a change of pace. Yo, wait, is this Andrew Tate? I don't think you voted before. It was only 3 Andrew Tates when I joined this stream. Christ. Well, now, oh my God. It's at 19. We're at 19 Tates. God, what has my life become? I'm just stunt double for one of the most hated men on the planet for very good reason. Okay, so we're at 19 Andrew Tate, 1 Vin Diesel, 1 Will Blunderfield, 2 Nick Cage, 1 Wasif, whatever, and Master Splinter. He is not Andrew Tate. No, that's Andrew Tate, bro. Andrew Tate's crackhead cousin. I would much rather be Andrew Tate's crackhead cousin than be Andrew Tate. You have a beautiful bald head. Thank you. Beg to differ. More looking... A horse with frying pan from Tangled Cartoon. Stephen Miller. Ooh. What does your chest hair smell like? Well, I use an unscented body wash. I don't use conditioner on my chest hair, but it is actually pretty soft. I have very soft, like, this is pretty soft for beard hair. Relax, bub. Save some females for the rest of us. Who says they're anybody's? It's not for... The women are for whoever they want to be for. It's okay, I'm bi. Nice. Double dipping, right? Oh. We remove that. Put that chest away. Or what? What the fuck is that? See, you've angered Angela. Hamburger meat. Perv. Who asked for smell? You know, one of my other regulars is really big on feet. So I don't think they are interested in karate at all. But, you know, I do a lot of kicks to camera. So, you know, if you want to screenshot that, give me some watch hours and go back and screenshot it, okay? Nathan, I remember when I was unemployed, sending blessings your way. That's funny. I like that. David says prepubescent. Really? This? Dude, I was shaving before my 13th birthday. Okay? And I got made fun of. Everyone like, oh, you got a fucking mustache. But then when I became an adult, everyone with a smooth ass chest was like, oh, I wish I had the beard. Yeah. Now you're wishing, huh? It's for me and you guys. It's just that man's turn. Prism, are you strong? It really depends on your definition, but most people say I'm strong. You know, I can do, like, on a good day, I can do a one-arm pull-up. I got 150 pounds on the grip tester like 40 minutes ago. You'll have to scroll back and watch. Monica says that baby ass chest. Embarrassment, cringy. Dude. You think I could be a modern dancer and not be comfortable being embarrassed? You know how many site-specific improv pieces that we did where you just go to a place and you just climb on shit and you wiggle around weird and you're like, "Ooh," and you do all this crazy stuff? You know how many times I've done that? I have been stared at by I don't even know how many thousands of people. There is nothing. Whoever said hamburger, I'm hungry. Yeah, me too. I need to. Tane looking good. That's funny. Nathan, congratulations on your transition. That's less funny. I liked your first one better. Homework says he's not strong. Can you flex for everyone that joined? Yeah, sure. I know it's for you, Angela. I know it's for you, but that's fine. That's fine. Okay? I'm a generous God. Okay? Okay? Ribs. All right. Intercostals. You can't shorten ribs. All right? That's muscle. Okay? Kind of a little. The left isn't my good side. The good tricep is over here. Okay? My calves are decent, but, you know. Cap. Well. Homework says, look at him. Pathetic and gay. Why do you think being gay is an insult? I mean, on average, a gay person is going to be like, take better care of themselves, take better care of their bodies, smell better, get more attention from women, even. Moving on. You are cute. Thank you, Angela. Few know. Some said, yeah, I missed that. And thank you. There's a lot of like translation stuff that happens where I'll see something and it gets translated, so I don't know what's going on. You're strong guys, who I'm calling my favorite Saiyan. Oh, I wish I was a Super Saiyan. Diddy got you too, huh? Okay, that's a little bit more funny, Nathan. We're working back up there. Freddie, shut up and leave him alone. Thank you, Angela. I appreciate your support. But I've practiced iron body and iron skin training. Okay? They can't hurt me. Damn, says Chris. Nathan, what cycle are you on? This is just that natural testosterone, baby. And I'm in my late 30s. So if you had seen the monster, I've got stretch marks. Let's see if you can see them in the light. I've got stretch marks on my biceps because they grew too quickly. Keep working. Thank you. You're welcome, Angela. One Punch Man workout. I don't even do that. I haven't run in a long time. I'm not really big on running, personally. I think it's a skill you should definitely have. It's a fundamental human skill, but it fucks up my back and it's not worth. I want to use the reps I got on karate and that shit. Freddie, shut up and leave him a pine. It's so funny. Can we talk about BJJ? Sure, sunshine. You're a certified stud. Oh, see, now you're flattering. Baldy. That's true. Wow, Rich. You know what? I'm going to show this. Only thing that's stretching on you is your butthole at the Diddy party. Are you proud of that? Look behind you. What? At this guy? That guy? I fucking love running. ADHD got me crazy. Look, Chris, you got to feed the monster somehow, you know? And if that's going Scooby-Doo mode and whoop, 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 are you bald? Oh, oh my God. Oh my God, I'm fucking bald. I'm bald. I didn't even know it. You never go full martial artist. Andrew Tate. God damn it. Yo, it's a joke. I'm sorry. It's okay. It's okay. They're all crocodile tears. Okay. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, Mr. 3D. You have called me Andrew Tate. To my great dismay, my unbelievable personal terror, we've hit 20 Andrew Tates in a single stream. Now, you guys might be feeling proud. I'm impressed, but not in like the most positive way. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna add that 20. I'm keeping track of the total. We're at like 50. Now this is gonna push it to like 70 total Andrew Tates. Okay, god damn it. Here's 20. Ugh, fuck. Who's gonna tell him? What type of question is that? Are you bald? That's crazy. I like bold questions. I reward bold questions. Spy says, I love your hair. It's so luscious. Thank you. Yeah, you know, it's pretty good. A lot of it is just like, it's just kind of concentrated here in this kind of, in my cleavage, right? So it kind of follows a little bit of the dips in my natural muscle tissue. But, you know, little, they call it a trail of sorts, right? What's up? Ha ha ha. Andrew Tate. Okay. I'm truly amazed. Future Master Roshi. I mean, probably a little less pervy. You were like Blue Panda. Oh, Kung Fu Panda. Andrew Tate. We get some motivation for one time. You ate my shirt? Well, here's the thing. I don't normally wear a lot of shirts. I know that's like going to be a really big shock to a lot of you. But especially when it's cold out, like it is sort of now, I go sweatshirt over nothing. Hey, Big Arms. Ooh, Big Arms. What's up? What's up, Big Arms? What's up? What's up? Huh? Where you at? Where you at, Big Arms? C-Dub, you look like a skinnier version of the bearded guy from the Other Guys movie. I'm not familiar with that movie. I'm curious, though. Spy says, it's 10 p.m. but I hear an ice cream truck outside. Am I going to get kidnapped? Yes. Yes. F's in chat for Spy. Roshi IRL, please, I need this. My power level's under 9,000. That is very dangerous, my friend. You are vulnerable. Anything below 9K is, I mean that's well below last season's meta. You know? Nathan, you could be my Mr. Miyagi and I could be your Daniel-san. I could. I've been a mentor to many. A sensei to many more. A friend to some. Eye candy to a lot of the people in chat. I've been many things. Big Arm says nice. Hell yeah. Hod Towered. Looks like a gayer Andrew Tate. You know, that's funny. Again, I don't know how much gayer you get than sucking on a big brown cigar all day and shouting about mogging men, you know. I can't think of anything gayer, including gay relations. Bob wants a gi. You know, I've considered trying to get him a gi. The problem is he's so thick up here in like a weird spot, and it's kind of strange. So And the arms are a jacket, right? 21 Andrew Tates. God damn. God damn, you guys. I'm right here. Lumber legs. Do MMA moves. Southern Trend says the fuck my wife guy. Chris puts an F, thank you. You gonna punch that guy behind you? I have many times. Angela, are you trying to flex for me again? Always. Chubby, are you Israeli? I am not. I'm only 700. I'm 6'6", 260. Damn. I'm not even joking, Spy says. The ice cream truck music is getting louder, and I'm running home because I'm scared. Help. Run! Stop typing and run! Wing Chun Philosopher, checking in, saw you were on. You keeping the rest of your clothes on, aren't you? Thought some I got connected to Grinder. Yeah, a lot of people wish. It's good to see you, Wing Chun Philosopher. I still got a bunch of your stuff in my Watch Later playlist. We were just talking about Tai Chi and Wing Chun earlier. It's good to see you. You're so funny. Grinder. Nathan, can you show us a few pressure points? Here's the thing I'll say about pressure points. They only work for a small amount of time, right? Like something they taught us when doing joint locks is, and this is true, if you hold the same position, people acclimate, right? So this will hurt for a while, and then if you just hold that amount of tension, people will get used to it and then will be able to resist. So you got to continuously apply and change the pressure to things like that. So a pressure point, even if you were going to do a pressure point, like, something like in here, there's like nerve clusters in between the muscles here. You, I wouldn't do this. I would dig around. I don't know, really get in there. You should get Bob a hello, my name is. That's a good idea. Yui no Suke. Hello. Konbanwa. Spy is sprinting so fast. William, hey man, how old are you? I'm in my late 30s, my friend. Big arms, your hairy chest rocks. See, exactly. For every one person that doesn't like it, there's 25 more that love it. Southern Trend is doing karate in your basement, not my basement, but I wish I had a basement, for 20 people on YouTube as an adult man considered gay. I don't really think so. I mean, again, chat really wishes it was. Show some pictures of you at 200 plus sometime. I would love to. I lost a bunch of my photos, and I also was like heavily under body dysmorphia. So I was like, I'm not even that big, And so like, I was like, well, I'll wait until I'm maximum size. 220 was maximum size. Liked and subbed. Oh, thank you, big arms. I appreciate your big arms. Yeah, I'll have to look for those because I got to prove everything. Chris says that's what my boyfriend does to me when I say something horny in the pub. I just got home. I'm glad you made it home, Spy. My pressure points still hurt. Here's the other thing I would recommend is don't focus on pressure points. Focus on points of nerve clusters, right? Like I've released someone's grip on me by striking this spot here. I didn't do this or, this. I smashed it. So you could argue that just smashing the bone worked. But again, there's like, spots where it works a little better than others. William, Matt, I need your opinion. I'm 25. At what age should a man be financially stable? That is very difficult to say, depending on where you live, what your demographic is. Let's just be honest. Like, a lot of people can't get jobs because of their ethnicity or their, like they say you're not supposed to be biased, but it's all over the place. So it really depends. Like, 25 is very young. Your brain has just recently finished developing. So I wouldn't expect any 25-year-old to be financially stable. And what you're going to see on social media is a lot of the outliers, right? So you might, if you're 25, your feed might have people that are getting rich, talking about, oh, I'm so stable. And then you're like, oh man, I'm behind. No, man. I mean, there have been times when I've been financially stable and then later been totally unstable and then gotten that stability back, right? So there's, don't focus on like by X date, I need to have Y, because you are a unique person on your unique path. I didn't get my, I've been a talented martial artist for many years, if I could say so. I didn't get my black belt for 20 years. I have a video on that if you're interested. It's kind of long, but um, most people got their black belts when they were teenagers. I didn't, but I've beaten many black belts, many degrees higher than, you know. So it like, it doesn't really matter. Age doesn't matter. It's you're at wherever you're at, brother. Okay. I lost my job when I was 27 and I lost my apartment. You know, like I didn't have a car at the time because I was so broke. So I've been there. And after, like, I had a higher paying job than I've ever had in my life before then. So, you know, shit happens. Life is not exact and it doesn't work that way. 220 fat or muscled up? Pretty muscled. I mean, my body fat percentage was probably like 18%, maybe a little bit higher. You know, so lean mass was like around 200. But, you know, for me, getting that much body fat on was difficult. Chris, I'd say around 25 to 35. Yeah, and especially nowadays, it's different, right? 10, 15 years ago, I would have said like 30, 35 is like a good spot. But nowadays, it's like, I don't even know, you know, like people can't afford fucking gas and groceries. William, I'm breaking into the tech space. I just earned about 8 certificates. Well, that's rough. I'm in the tech space too, so I get it. Um, you know, consider doing stuff that's like maybe not in your area. Like if you can go remote, expand to all over the place, right? I've worked with people in all kinds of time zones. I've worked with people in India, in Poland, in, you know, France, in all kinds of, so I would say look outside of your normal options because everyone else is going to be looking for the same stuff, so you're going to have to do something a little bit different. I just subbed. Os. Thank you, William. Southern Trend Kill. I've never been financially stable. The economy is shit. Exactly. So it's like, you can't really have the same expectations when it's like, no one can afford housing. Rents are through the fucking roof. Everyone's a goddamn slumlord, and everyone's jacking the price up on everything. So it's like, dude, and especially nowadays, it's like you never know what's going to happen on the news. So like, we could all be fucking vaporized at any time, you know? So don't worry too much about like hitting certain milestones. You'll get wherever you're going to get when you get there. And I know that's kind of a nothing answer. Yeah, this economy is shit. I'm on the toilet. Is that tough? I mean, after what you just endured, I would say yes. It's getting late. Speaking of being chased down by the ice cream truck, I'm going to need to eat. All right? Everyone keeps calling me skinny. But Bruce Lee, oh, it was different, right? Bob, I swear to Christ. Okay? All right. I think it's about time, folks. Ooh, 69 likes. Fuck yeah, rock and roll. I love that. I don't think we've gotten to 69 likes on a live before. Do you have a wife? No, I don't. I've had one marriage proposal in the chat earlier. So, you know, let's talk dowries, you know, let's talk. Fight Night Frank. He was an actual martial artist and was in much better shape. Who, me? I can't believe you managed to escape the ice cream man. Yeah. Is better grip a more powerful punch? Yes. And it's not because this does anything like extra, it's because it makes your wrist more solid. So it's like my shoulders and body can generate way more force than my wrist can handle. So it's like your maximum power is really only what your wrist and the bones in your hand can handle, right? It doesn't matter if I can punch with 1,000 pounds of force. If I shatter my wrist, I can't punch with 1,000 pounds of force, right? So developing your grip and in particular a strong wrist will let you resist buckling when you punch really hard. So and that grip that we use in martial arts as well, in BJJ you use a lot of like long grips. But for striking grips, it's very explosive. So you want high strength, boom, to flex at the very end, but not the whole time, so you're like way too tense, right? The ice cream truck was crazy, scary. Zach says penguin and gay Wednesday. I don't know what that means. It's still Tuesday where I'm at. Thanks for sharing. You look like Asmongold. Really? Really? Asmongold. This is what Asmongold looks like? Really? The Roach King? Okay. Okay. Sunshine Duck Night. It is nighttime, and it is sayonara time for your sensei. Have you competed any type of martial art competitions? Yes. I have competed many times. I've done kata, I've done weapons, I've done sparring. Most of my medals are, I mostly get first place. I've gotten second place, I think, in sparring once. And then I switched one of my gold medals with someone that got a bronze because they were the person that designed the medal, and I already had like several of theirs. So I was like, you know what? You should have an example of your own work. They didn't win a gold, so I was like, here, just take it. You know, I got enough. Assman Gold. That's funny. The ice cream man was probably like, oh shit, that's an oddly nice human. As you run at full speed. What a clown. Oh, 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 what a clown. I bet he can't. What's that? What's that? I just kicked you in the forehead. A wet diaper. Yeah, exactly. Okay, well, on the wet diaper note, I'm going to go get some dinner. I appreciate everyone stopping by the chat and the stream. Do you know who Sam Alvey is? No, but I'll look them up. Sam. You lifted your leg up, clown. Fight me on live for 5K. For 5K. I'm not just gonna agree to a random fight because you could be like 80 pounds heavier than me and well trained. He about to drop kick you into Eternia. Bow to your sensei, folks. I don't love well, I do love commanding people to bow to the sensei. But yeah, I lifted my leg. But in my leg are all of these very hard bones that cause brain damage, as well as, you know, lacerations, potentially breaking bones. I've broken a lot of people's toes elbowing kicks, right? No one in karate knows what to do with a Philly shell stance. He's following you, so he's the karate combat heavyweight champion. He's one of my coaches. Kisses. He used to fight in the UFC. Put your money where your mouth is. Let's do it on live. I want to see. That's funny, Soggy. But I can't show that. I would love. That sounds like fun. 42. I would love to spar. That'd be awesome. Who would win, you or Prime Mike Tyson? Wow. Who would win? Me or two fucking tigers? I don't know. Probably Mike Tyson. What state are you in? Not going to dox myself that much, but uh, West. I thought you were Andrew Tate for a second. I feel like you voted earlier. I did a traditional Chinese bow and felt the muscles in my back. Oh, bro, it's Andrew Ray. How are we supposed to spar then? Look, get your people to call my people. Get the waivers. Get the drug test. Get the NDAs all sorted out, and then we'll talk. Who will win, you or One Punch Man? Who? Okay, all right. You definitely in Arizona or California, maybe. I I mean, I grew up in LA, in the LA area, so you're not that far off. I was so confused. I was like, why is Andrew Tate on YouTube Live and he didn't get canceled? That is this dude is 21 Andrew Tate, 1 Vin Diesel, 1 Will Blunderfield, 2 Nick Cage, 1 uh, Wasif. I'll look him up, okay? You guys told me to. And 1 Master Splinter. All right, all written backwards for your viewing pleasure. I'm a sneak attack guy. You need rice and spice curry. Yeah, when I was in India on the dance tour, um, I got some real Indian food, and let me tell you, my white ass could not handle it. It was hard, but they do a lot of creative things there that like I don't want to be a vegetarian, but if I had to be, I would I would like go all in on Indian food. Does your prison boyfriend call collect? No, he never calls. And he knows he should. I just, I know he loves me, but I want to hear it. You know what I mean? Who, when you were Gojo? I don't know who Gojo is. I don't know. Good sport. Exactly. Well, thank you. And that's because I've been around and I played the sports. I've competed. I've gotten my ass kicked. I've kicked some ass. At a certain point, you've done all roles. Do you have a katana sword? Yuji's teacher, you basically can't touch him. Ooh, I like that. I tried to get really heavy into dodging, but with my back issues, it's really hard to like explosively slip because it's essentially like a crunch. I don't have a katana sword. Sword man, I'm sorry. I'm not a blades person. Blades kind of freak me out, and I feel like they're super cheap. Like if you could defeat and or kill me by going like this, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. I hate it. It's bullshit. Okay? I'm sorry. All right, my battery's about to die. Because he has a technique that slows down anything. Exactly. Exactly. I can skip frames. Okay? I've talked about it in other lives. You're going to have to go back and watch. All right, I got to run. Os. Domo arigatou. Thank you for joining me. 21 Tates. I can't believe it. We did it, folks. All right. Chris, Leo, Angela, Wing Chun philosopher. Okay, pure technique. I respect you. Oregano. Os. Sayonara. Keep up your training. Okay? Namaste. Thank you. Appreciate that. Can you use Silat? I'm very interested in it. I've done like a couple Screamo workshops, but nothing, Kali Silat related. Bye, Angela. Okay, okay. I'll give you a little. I don't know how this looks. The back spread. Okay. Another trick. Use your gaze. Right. This is one thing. This is another. All right. Okay. Bye, everyone.